In this video, we're going to look at G7a, analyze a problem situation, represent it mathematically. So it's really important that you understand that these three, here, here, and here, I'm going to make separate videos and separate sections for them, but they're very much related. They are all about problem solving, which is extremely important in geometry. And so it's also really important to understand that these are always tested in conjunction with others. Because you need a problem to solve, oftentimes they grab those problems from the other standards that you're learning about. So let's take a look at an example that you might be asked to represent, analyze a problem situation and represent it mathematically. So let's take a look at this problem here. It says a piece of 16 gauge copper wire, 42 centimeters long, is bent into the shape of a rectangle whose width is twice its length. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. Well, that rectangle looks like this right here, and we know that the total distance around it is 42 centimeters. This is a width, this is a width, this is a length, this is a length. So this particular standard is asking you to analyze the situation, so I'm doing that with a drawing here. And then secondly, it's asking you to represent it mathematically. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my brain from geometry to algebra, and I'm going to set up an equation right now. And that equation is going to be in terms of the perimeter of this rectangle. So if I were to add all this up, it would be 2L plus 2 of the widths. If you add those all together, it has to equal 42 centimeters long. Now, that's pretty close to all the way there. There's one last little catch, and that last little catch has to do with the idea that the width is twice the length. And so what that means is wherever I see W, I can go ahead and substitute W in. So my last and final step here is I'm going to rewrite this equation, 2L plus 2W equals, not 2W, 2L, and then in place of W, I'm going to have 2L equals 42. And that's all this standard is asking you to do. Can you read a problem situation, and can you do a couple of things? It's always a good idea to make a drawing. In this case, the appropriate solution happened to be setting up an equation, and I did that, and my final equation to solve is right here. So to wrap this up, we're looking at G7a. A lot of times these are story problems, and basically you're going to be asked to read through the story problem and convert it or represent it mathematically. It may be in the case of a drawing, or it may be in the case of an equation that you don't even need to solve. Just set it up. That's it for G7a.